Hi folks, I guess it's time for a garden update. It's October 3rd and it's been a while, so let me turn the camera around and let's get started. Alright, here we go. You might hear a little rumbling in the background. Here goes the sun again, but that's the way it goes. We've got some storms about in the area. So we won't dally. We'll just kind of make this kind of quick. Okay, well, the broccoli is kind of disappointing. We're going to let it go to seed. There might be a few heads that come up, but it just didn't do too well. The cauliflower that's in the pots, I've got one that's kind of coming along, and the others look like they're about ready. They're going to make heads, so we will see. The zucchini raspinante, we read that we just got to give it some time, and we gave it some time, and I'm telling you, I've got about 10 of these girls hanging off of the vines now, so we're doing real well. The lima beans are a bit of a disappointment. They didn't get fertilized. The pods are empty. The peppers are doing really, really well, so I'm going to be overwintering them, and I'll try to do a video on at least one of those so you can see what I'm doing, because the technique is something I've learned from others. I've went ahead and pulled the onions. The onions are kind of disappointing. I'll have a couple of months worth of onions once they're dried out and stuff, but this Swiss chard and marigold have been trimmed back and are doing fine. And the mint is, of course, doing well. I've harvested that a couple of times. Over here, I've got a new thing. We're testing out late potatoes. I've got the lemon basil in there. I've got some more radishes and some spinach in there. The Hopi tobacco keeps trying to flower on me, but it's looking really, really good. And this is where I've got some of the experimental potatoes. Can't seem to grow potatoes for the life of us in the spring and summer, so we're going to try and see if the fall does well. I got cabbages going again for a little later on. I've already harvested some of the cabbages and turned them all into sauerkraut. I'll be making Zala here in a couple of weeks. Then the Colorado beefsteak tomato is finally putting on. It stalled out over the summertime. This Roma tomato has been putting on slowly, but it's putting on a lot more now. You can see a couple of down there that are almost ready to pick. The Putabandas, which are Mexican, are very small tomatoes, but they're very tasty. I don't let them ripen much because once one gets ripe, I usually eat it. Again, more zucchini raspinante. There's another one of the girls. Like I said, I've got about 10 young females hanging around now. More peppers and the broccoli. Now, this is really cool. This is our tomatillos. Look at them go. We've got all kinds coming on. We've even harvested a couple. They're quite tasty. They taste like tomatoes. They've got a little bit of a tang to them, but they are delicious. More peppers, more. This is one of the Hopi tobaccos I let go to bloom, and I'm getting seeds off of it. I just picked a few seed pods off of it today. And we've got more spaghetti squash. This is the last of them. I've gotten 6 or 7 off of there. Mom's marigolds are looking real nice. And we will showcase some of the late fall flowers here in just a minute. My stuff is doing well in here. This is for my winter crop. These are lettuces, and these were reseeded from the other lettuce that was in here. I'll be spreading those out. And then we've got some radishes and some carrots finally up. So that's the first carrots I've been able to get up. And then these are beets over here, and they're doing just fine. The sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes are doing okay. And the beans that I planted here just as kind of a cover crop to amend the soil, to bring the nitrogen fixing microbes into this area, have just taken off and done well. We've eaten green beans 3 or 4 times. They've been absolutely delicious. And so the beans have turned out really, really well. These are going to be a small red bean. Right now I'm going to let the pods mature out and have a crop of dry beans to pick. Another one of those zucchinis. I made sure this one got pollinated, so that one for sure is pollinated. I'm not sure about the other ones, but I did 2 or 3. This other big one over here, I don't know if she got pollinated or not. We'll see. But anyway, this is the garden, and last but not least, we've got some beautiful dahlias coming on. Well, let me get from the other side. Sorry folks, we'll probably edit this part out, because I want you to see her in the sun. This is one of the lavender ones that I've got. Isn't she pretty? And then, probably one of my favorites is the orange one. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful flower? More coming from that too. So I've got more cylindria beets over here. The Swiss chard is doing well. The Italy onions are doing okay. And my little herb thing is doing well. I moved the strawberry out here and it likes it. And it's giving me a few more strawberries before the season ends. And then I've got a couple of cabbages that'll get harvested for Zayla. Anyway, that's it on the garden, folks. It's fall and we are still producing because, of course, this is the high deserts of Arizona. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.